Hello, I'm Cory Stearns,
And I'm Devon Teuscher.
and we are principal dancers with American Ballet Theatre. And this week's themed ballet class is a Romeo and Juliet based ballet class.
American Ballet Theatre would have been celebrating its 35th anniversary of Romeo and Juliet at the Metropolitan Opera House this season. So we are very excited to be celebrating that with you here in our homes.
Yeah, this is one of our favorite ballets, way up there. Kenneth MacMillan, along with Frederick Ashton, they're my two favorite choreographers. And we were discussing how much we love the realness, the rawness of MacMillan's work.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's a very special ballet in the fact that we get to portray every character as a human, and every character is a very distinct personality, and so we really get to be these individuals and these human individuals, and I think MacMillan really emphasized
He was a genius at emphasizing the true human character traits of his characters. And both of us have done multiple characters in this ballet. I danced a townsperson, and then I was Capulet something. I don't even remember what it was called.
I've done a few more.
It was an apprentice role. And then I went on to Paris, which is a brilliant role, and then eventually Romeo, which I debuted in 2009 when I was still a child. And you've done even more.
Yeah, I started as a townsperson in Ballroom scene. I did Rosalind's friend, and a harlot, which is very fun. That's really fun to get to do. I was always Romeo's harlot. That's fun. And then Lady Capulet, which is probably one of my favorite roles to dance. It's up there on the top. And then just 2 years ago, I debuted Juliet, so that was exciting. And that was also just a role I never thought I was gonna get the chance to do. So to be able to perform Juliet, which is most ballerinas' dream role, was such a kind of highlight and dream come true for me, really. So.
Yeah, MacMillan is such a genius. Just comparing Paris to Romeo, there are such distinct personalities, and even the physical steps, the choreographical steps, they're so unique and different for each character, and the gestures that they all make. And so it's just such a fulfilling ballet to dance. Whatever character you are, it's an opportunity to really vent, to express oneself, to feel like an artist, not just like a technician, and it's unique in that fashion. And I think MacMillan's ballets in general are unique in that fashion, and they just so fulfilling. And it's very difficult to have to miss this season, especially with this ballet, just because we don't do MacMillan ballets that often, and Romeo is a masterpiece. It is probably I would say the hardest classical ballet ABT does in its rep, along with theme and variations.
For the male, yeah.
For the male. For the female, it's the most enjoyable. Yeah. It's kind of, what is something comparable that would be switched, like Sleeping Beauty, but it's not. That's where the woman has to work so hard, and the guy is on for basically one variation. But anyway, Romeo it's a brilliant ballet. We're so happy to be giving you an inside scoop on some of the steps. Yeah. We wish we could give you more by being on stage at the Met.
Or also we're very limited with space,
yes.
So we've kind of been limited as to what we can
do.
But we are, excited to be giving you these little tidbits.
Little insight.
And I hope you guys have fun
yep.
and enjoy it. And we had fun.
And if you have any more questions about the ballet, I'm sure you can comment, and we will do our best to answer. So enjoy the class.
So for pliés, we're going to do a combination using some port de bras from the ballroom scene. Specifically, the Capulet women in the ballroom scene use a lot of arching of their back, of their upper back, and creating this S shape in their back. It's supposed to create a very elegant position and represent wealth and elegance. So we're going to use some of those port de bras in our pliés as we do our plié combination. So we're just going to do 2 demis in first position and a grand plié 6, 7, 8. Port de bras forward, and then when we come up, we hold our skirt up and lift our back and try and create a really elegant long position, tendu to second. 2 demis and a grand plié 6, 7, 8, and up and we have our middle finger and our thumb together above our head. And we arch, 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 arch. The women do this in the dance. They do a little arching step, and they do this port de bras a lot. So we'll do it in here. We go up and over, 6, tendu to 4th. 2 demis, run jump to the back, 2 demis. And then we're going to use this port de bras, tendu, and you cross your elbows and you look up and really deep plié, tendu, and a run jump and 5th. In the ballroom, all of the dances that the Capulets do end with this position on the knee. So that's that position. We do 2 demis in 5th and a grand 6, 7, 8. We lift our skirt and really arch, 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 and lift to the back. And the last thing we're gonna do is gonna go susu and up as if we're gonna lift so high up as if Romeo's just swept us off our feet. Mwah. And we'll do the other side, okay? So here we go. First position, good. Big wide back the whole time. Stays really strong. You're a Capulet, you show off your wealth. Good, and you're... Now show me how powerful you are. Lift, 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 good. Second. Keep your back long as you go down. Good. Now, fingers together, and up and over, arch, 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 bend. Good, good. And 4th position, and demi, good. Demi, on to the back, 2 demis. Good, knees are going side. Good. Tendu to the back, and cross your right arm over your left, and curtsy. Good. Run to 5th. Demi. Remember, really proud big back the whole time. Good. Now we just go down, and we have our skirt. Arch up and back. Good. And then Romeo sweeps us off our feet. We relevate. Good. And we'll do the left. Ready? In first position on the left. Big back. Good. Now show your status and your wealth as a Capulet. Good. And in second. Keep your back big and wide the whole time. Good. Now finger and thumb together. Up and over, arch. Good. Back up, proud back. Good. To 4th position. 2 demis. Knees going side. Good. Feel the turnout from the tops of the legs. Good. Now we're gonna tendu and put your left arm over your right and plié. Good. Elegant back. Run to 5th. Good. 2 demis and a grand and 5th. Good. Now keep your back really strong and tall here. Good. Now we have our skirt and we go up and back. Good. And really proud. Good. And we elevate up. Oh, Romeo. Good.
Okay, my turn. So for tendus, for warm-up tendus, it's going to be a slow tendu exercise with plié, and I want to incorporate some of the port de bras that is used in Romeo and Juliet, specifically in Act 1 Ballroom. The Capulets are a wealthy, powerful family, and the way they dress and carry themselves is distinct from the Montagues. So there's a lot of weight in their movement and a lot of pride and power. So the way to express that is by holding your back in a certain way. It's by keeping your elbows forward when your hand is on your hip, lifting your chin, lifting your chest, and then even when they express themselves, when they open their hand, they maintain their elbows up. So we're going to work on that in this very first Tendu exercise. So the Tendu exercise is 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your hand to your waist, okay? We're going to do Tendu and close, Tendu and open plié. Tendu, close, Tendu, open plié. Repeat back, Tendu, close, Tendu, cloche through, and then rond de jambe, a tear, and bring it back to first position and repeat from the back. So it's back, close, back, plié. Side, close, side, plié. Front, close, front, cloche. Rond de jambe, and we'll go straight to the left side. Okay? Here we go. And straight to the left. Feel very proud. And balance, releve. Switch to your waist. Plié. Okay, so continuing the theme of practicing the usage of our upper body in our port de bras. For MacMillan, we're going to continue that in our Tendu from fifth position. MacMillan was known for how he choreographed a significant amount of upper body bend in his ballets. And it's a beautiful thing because not only is it a joy to dance as a dancer, but it's also so expressive. The more he kind of broke that mold of having to hold yourself in order to make the dance like effortless. And he had the dancers just use a lot more physicality in their upper body in order to convey what he wanted to express. So we're going to specifically look at the ballroom variation from Act 1, Romeo's ballroom variation, and how he presents himself, how he shows his affection for Juliet, who's sitting in the chair watching him. And MacMillan just, again, has the elbow lifted, and you use a lot of back, and you use this part of your body to bend and offer your affection and your attention to Juliet. So we're going to work on that in the Tendu. And then we're going to do a little practice of gate scene when the Mercutio, Benvolio, and Romeo are playing around before they enter the party, before they enter the ballroom. And they're just doing this step which just conveys such a sense of excitement and maybe some nervousness. So I'll show you. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, à la seconde. We're going to do Tendu front, Tendu plié, en dedans. Tendu side, Tendu plié, bend, en or. We're going to extend front, tendu. We're going to offer ourselves to Juliet and close. Tendu à la seconde, plié, syncopation, bounce back to your left foot, straighten, close back. Tendu back, Tendu close, bend en dedans. Tendu side, Tendu close, bend en dehors. We're going to do Tendu back, tendu again. Offer yourself and close. Do al second, bend, syncopate, and straighten and close, okay? So one tendu, one, close and bend. One tendu, one side, close. Extend front, plié, offer yourself to Juliet, and close. And then you're playing with Mercutio and Benvolio in the gate scene. Extend, close, okay? Here we go. Left side. Really bend here. And offer yourself, offer your heart. Good.
So for battement dégagés, we're going to use a little head that we do in the ton-up dance. The ton-up dance happens in second act, and it is part of the marketplace scene. And the ton-up is a really joyous, fun dance. It's a celebratory dance that the whole company does. It's very fun to do with the whole company. In the ton-up, there's the very end of the ton-up, everyone goes and the left and right and left and right with their heads, and we all skip with our heads, going left and right, left and right. So we're going to use that head. It actually can be very difficult and kind of confusing in ton-up. People get it wrong all the time, and it's pretty funny if you get it wrong because you're trying to get it back. So we're going to use a little bit of that part right here as we do our dégagés. So from fifth position, arms in second, we go dégagé and close, and dégagé, brush and close. Side, close, side to fifth, side, here comes the head, right, left, right. Reverse, dégagé, close, dégagé, brush and close. Second, fifth, here it comes. Second, first and fifth. And we'll go directly to the left side. Try your best, just do what you can. Ready? Here we go. Out, in. Brush and a brush. Ready to the side, in fifth. And then we're gonna go with our head, in, out, in. Good. Brush. Good. Out, in. Right along to the other side. Good. Front, fifth. Out, brush. Good. Second to the fifth. Now our head goes in on the first. First. Good. And back, fifth. Back again and brush. Fifth, side. Fifth. We lost the music, but that's okay. Good. Okay. For Ranjams, we're going to channel our inner Juliets. We're going to think about the moment where the pas de deux begins, at the beginning of the balcony pas de deux. It's probably one of the most famous parts of the ballet. It's where Juliet runs to Romeo, and they have this big crescendo of the music, and she does this big step to arabesque, and another one, and he just sweeps her off her feet. So we're going to focus on that port de bras during the Ranjams. So we do a 6 and a 7 and 8. 4 Ranjams, 2 and 3 and 4. We get to Romeo and we do Ranjam en plié on the ground, coupe Ranjam and off the ground, and then we go soutenu and plié, soutenu and plié, and then we wrap our arms up together and get ready for the reverse. 4 Ranjams, 2 and 3, 4. Plié on the ground, the big port de bras we do with Romeo. We're going to go the same way, soutenu in towards the bar, back, in towards the bar, back, Tendu, wrap your arms together and get ready for the other side to go. So we'll do that whole combination. Here we go. 7, 8, 4 ronde-jambs. Good. Now you just got to Romeo in the beginning of the pas de deux. So exciting. Soutenu. Back. Good. And you wrap your arms together and get ready for a reverse. Good. Back. 4 ronde-jambs. Good. And round. Such a glorious evening here with your love, Romeo. Good. Back. Soutenu. Back. And wrap your arms together. And I'll sweep you off your feet to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just started this amazing pas de deux with Romeo. You love him so much. Good. Up, back. And you wrap your arms together and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and for the right. Big back, yeah? Expansive. Good. Susu, back. Susu, back. And wrap. And you're in so much love. Good. Very good.
So this next combination is taken directly from Gaitzing. Most of the steps are done by Romeo, Mercutio, and Benvolio in the Gaitzing. Like I expressed before in Tendus from 5th, briefly, the Gaitzing is it's foreshadowing the excitement of entering this mansion, this Capulet mansion that they have never seen before. And being Montagues, they are of more modest background, as you know in the story, than the Capulets. And so they found disguises, and in the gate scene, as everyone is entering the party, they sneak in and try and keep themselves hidden from Tybalt and Lord Capulet. And after everyone goes in and they're about to enter, they do a little dance. And it's just, it's so exciting and it's very difficult, but the expression of it is one of, again, excitement and nervous energy and anticipation. So in this combination of fondus, we are going to do 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, extend devant, coupé, coupé à la seconde. Fondu derrière, repeat, coupé, coupé à la seconde. Coupé, coupé à la seconde. Fondu, relevé, passé. Close, à la seconde, rond de jambe, close back. Okay, it's a little difficult. We're going to do fondu to the back, coupé, coupé, side. Fondu devant, coupé, coupé à la seconde. Coupé, coupé à la seconde. Fondu, relevé, passé. Close back à la seconde. Double rond de jambe. We'll go straight to the left side. Okay? So it's just fondu to the front. Coupé, coupé à la seconde, extend. Repeat. Fondu to the back. Coupé, coupé à la seconde. Coupé, coupé à la seconde. Fondu, passé, relevé. Close front, open à la seconde. Double rond de jambe, close back. So that's basically these steps from the second half of Gaitzing. So here we go. Left side. Fondu. Passe. Goes back. Also come.
For adagio, we're gonna do the crypt scene. We're gonna do Juliet in the crypt scene. So the crypt scene happens at the end of the ballet, and Romeo finds Juliet in the crypt, and he believes her to be dead, and he does this really tragic pas de deux with her body that is limp and dead. So in that pas de deux, it's actually very difficult. As Juliet, it can be very difficult to remain completely limp and pretend that you have your lifeless body, but also maintain a semblance of like nice lines. So you still have to kind of point your feet, and you have to engage some things, but also really let yourself be kind of a limp noodle. So in adagio, we're going to do a little bit of that. So we're going to do 6. We do from 5th position, port de bras forward, and you're dead, and you come back up, and then we do a développé to the front side, and we're dead, and to the side, and développé 6 and 7 to 5th. Back, we're dead, and we come back up, and développé 6, 7, 8, and brush, and 5th, and really feel that dead body as we go around. Yeah? In 5th position, and we go. Dead Juliet. Good. And up. Good. Développé. Dead Juliet. Good. Développé. And dead Juliet. Good. Développé. Now really let it go. Good. And other side. Here we go. And fully let it go. Good. And développé. Point your feet. Fully let it go. Port de bras. Really point your feet. Good. And port de bras back. Développé. And brush. And 5th. And 6. And nip. So for our last combination, we do grand battements. For grand battements, we're going to do something fun. We are going to pretend that we are the townswomen, and then we get to do a little harlots moment. So the townswomen and the harlot are in the beginning, or in all the market scenes in Act 1 and Act 2. There's a lot of tension between them because the harlots, of course, are trying to take the men, and the women are just upset about this. So the townswomen really set a lot of the scene for the kind of agitation and the discomfort and all of that that is going to come forth throughout the ballet. So they do a lot of like stamping, and there's a lot of shoving. So we're just going to do a little bit of that port de bras in our grand battements. So we're going to go from 5th position, 6, arm in 2nd, front. We do front, grand battement, front, lunge and angrily, tendu and 5th, and passe, and stamp your foot down, not too hard, don't hurt. And 2nd and 5th, 2nd, lunge, tendu, and passe, and stamp. Back and back, lunge, tendu, and passe, and stamp. Now you get to be a harlot, and you kick your leg up, and go to your knee, and throw your skirt up, and go. We'll stop there and before the second side. So have fun with it. Ready? Here we go. 7, 8. Good. And you're so angry at the harlots. Good. Good. Passe. Stamp. Good. I see. Passe. Now you're a harlot. Whee! Now pick up your skirt and flash everyone. Good. Tendu. 5th. Good. Don't kick your wall. Left side. 6. 7, and out, good, out, step, good, and passe, good, good, 2, and then you spit, good, and back, good, back, Tendu, and passe, stamp there, harlot, woo, good, and shut it off, good, Tendu, very good.
Okay, today we are, due to spatial constraints, going to focus on sword fights in Romeo. Can't really teach you any variations because I'll break my foot on Kitchen Island. So,
Here we go.
I'm going to teach Devon what is called a twyla. And it has nothing to do with toilet art. Twyla refers to an 8 count or an 8 beat sword choreography of sword play. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm not a fencer, so I don't know the correct terminology, but I will teach you how we learn all of our sword fights.
And this is basically the first thing that all the boys learn when they join the company and they start learning Romeo and Juliet. All the boys get in a room with like swords. They're
These.
These are, I don't know what these are. And they learn these basic moves. So we're going to teach you those because we can't teach you any ballet steps.
Yes.
But it's in the ballet and you see a lot of sword fighting. So
Okay, so this is called a twyla, and it is the foundation for all sword fights. So, we're going to hold our sword out in front of us, and we're going to call this inside,
inside.
and this outside. Those are upper inside, upper outside.
Okay.
This is lower inside, lower outside.
Okay.
Okay? So twyla is going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first 4
Got it.
are 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 ups and 1 low.
Out. In.
Upper out, lower in,
In.
upper in.
In. Out. Oh shoot. In.
1,
Out.
2, 3,
in,
4.
in.
Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Down. Down. Up. Down.
It's basically reversed.
Up.
Inside, outside, inside, inside, inside,
5,
outside,
6, 7, 8.
inside,
Oh,
outside.
inside, not up.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it goes back to the inside.
Okay.
Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Can you just do
5.
the first part again?
Yes. 1, 2, 3,
4.
1, 2,
3, 4. Okay. And then the second part.
down,
1,
down,
2, 3.
up, down. So the first part is up, down, up.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Correct.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Correct.
Okay, should we go together?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Few more times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Woo!
So if you watch the video on YouTube of the ballet, you will see this is repeated often in all of the sword fights. And then different there's a reverse twyla and a half twyla. They're different versions of this. What do you call that? Frame. This phrase of sword play. They're all based on this. So you want to try?
I win. Yeah.
And